Welcome in. Welcome to Auntie Chats and Tarot. Hello, hello. Let's see. We are now on Libra. Thank you to all who have supported this channel. I really appreciate it. Let's remember, not everything's going to resonate. Take what does, leave the rest. If it's just not your story, let it go. It's for someone else. Here we go. Messages for our Libra. King of Pentacles in the reverse. You're wanting somebody to be a certain way, but they're not coming out that way. Five of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, you don't want any more conflict with this person. You, for some reason, to see them or see the potential in them, what they could be, or keep waiting for them to show signs of being a leader, successful, but they keep dropping into an area that's actually disrespectful to you, could be even abusive to you. You'd like them to come out of that. You believe they can come out of that, something like that. Nine of Pentacles. Spirit's saying it's a good time for you to be on your own a little bit here. You're going to be more successful on your own anyway. Yeah, they're kind of cluttering up your space, as a matter of fact. They're honing in on your space, and then they're being quite disrespectful to you. Okay, Libra, what's happening here? Yeah, you just have this undying belief in them, but I feel like it's Ace of Swords out here now in the Lovers. I feel like it's unfounded, your belief in them. Ace of Swords, the Lovers. I feel like the truth is there's somebody else out there for you that's a better balance. Temperance is out here. Yeah, hell, you know this person. They're disrespectful to you. They might even be abusive. There is no harmony, in other words. The Hierophant is out here. The Death. Yeah. This needs to come to a close with this person. They take advantage of you. You need somebody who's going to be more supportive and helpful. And definitely that will bring you into balance. Someone where you can learn. This is a lesson to learn, though, to not let this type of energy be welcome in your circle. This is a getting more in touch with your spiritual side, having that be the focus. That leads to a lot of abundance for you. But right now with the Six of Pentacles, your energy is way off here, where you're putting too much energy into someone that, like I said, you have unwavering belief in, but it's misguided. It's misguided belief. Five of Pentacles. This person puts you in a state of lack. This person can get help. Help is available to them. If they got help, you know, maybe the situation would change. But they stay trapped, not wanting to grow, not wanting to get past this. This is an energy of they'll spend all day trying to manipulate somebody else to do something for them, rather than spend 5 minutes, which would help them to grow and be responsible for themselves. The Moon is out here. Yeah, there's just they have very little self-awareness. But sadly, they still have their talons in a lot of people, because they've learned to manipulate in order to get things that they want, rather than rely on self and do it in a healthy manner or be healthy themselves. Seven of Wands. And if they don't get what they want, they can be very combative. And I think that's what we see coming out of the gate, the very first card. So this energy is kind of sad to me. Let's go right to advice here for you, Libra. Someone else coming into the picture. transformative energy. Until then, lean into your spirit team. Spend a lot of time there. Yeah, the world. It's time for you to close out cycles. You know this. But it's time to take action now. And then the new comes in. But you got to close this out. And you've maybe promised them a lot, like travel or something, and you feel like, okay, this is going to be King of Cups, hard to get rid of them because you've been so supportive, nurturing. I'm hearing at their beck and call in some cases and meeting their every needs, okay? And there is something here about promised trips or travel that you all are to take. Now, Spirit's saying, cut this loose. Other advice here, Spirit. Four of Pentacles. And be very conscientious of your foundation here that you've worked hard for. Or, somehow you have developed a very good foundation here. Put that under lock and key, that it's only available to you, okay? Don't mess around here is what I'm hearing. Two of Cups is out here, the Tower, and the Knight of Pentacles. Yes, this might be a Tower situation where you're very disappointed to learn that this is never going to change. This is really not the Two of Cups that you think you have here in a love of your life, soulmate type connection. But I do feel like Spirit is saying, someone's going to knock your socks off that's a heck of a lot better than this. But you have to do what's necessary to remove this energy so new can come in. Yeah. It's kind of an energy of you have no idea how much more you deserve. So get on board with that thinking. Work some mantras I'm hearing. Spend some time alone so that you can get some clear thinking on what it is you need to fortify yourself. Turn all that energy you're putting towards one person, towards self, and you'll start seeing this a lot differently. Someone else coming in here. Yeah, Empress. Someone's going to see you as being an Empress, treat you like the Empress. Someone that's going to have their own abundance. They're ready to begin with you. Something that's really solid, even starting a family. Not having a adult child here, but actually having tangible things that make life wonderful, like a family, like a new beginning, like someone who can meet you on an even playing field with abundance. Yeah, here we go. Right as I'm talking about this, the Emperor comes out to meet with the Empress. This message is pretty clear, Libra. It's not sugar-coated. Sometimes they're just not. It's time to remove this person that's an energy drain on you, among other things, so that your real Emperor or Empress can come through, because this divine, there is no better match in the deck. This divine match can come through. And, to be quite honest, rarely the Emperor and the Empress come out together. And for them to come out one right after the other, very clear. Final messages for our Libra. Yeah, we don't want to stay in this energy too long. We just want to move forward. Queen of Wands, know your value, know your worth, know your beauty. Know that within, so that anybody messing with that, talking to you about this, doesn't pierce the barriers that you have, the boundaries that you have, the knowledge that you have within, that you are very beautiful, very worthy, glowing, a standout. Know your happiness, know your worth. Don't let anybody mess with that, okay? And that's the energy we talked about. That's part of their control, is to mess with these types of things in your head. So get clear on yourself and those types of topics so that nobody can mess with that. Nobody pierces that boundary. Yeah, and then you've got the kitty cat here. Spirit's asking you to be independent on your own. You'll find better success there. And as soon as you close out this energy, not only will you find success, it may be a little bit awkward at first being by yourself, but you will find success and you will find strength within that you didn't know you had, that you need to connect with, okay? And in addition, you will open up the gates, the opportunity for a much better partner to come in, your emperor, your empress. That's your message, Libra. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment. It helps the channel. It helps the channel to grow. Please do utilize the link below for Buy Me a Coffee. And I'm also doing a segment where tell me what it is you want to hear about. What's going on in your life? What kind of advice do you need? Send me a quick comment below about what you want to be hearing about, what advice you feel like you're needing right now. And I'll do a couple of segments every week on this, because a lot of times we share similar experiences, so it could help others. Until next time, let's remember who we are, and let's remember our self-worth. Thanks for joining me.